In today's video, I'm going to show you a simple way to renovate your lawn that's so easy you can get the job done in just a single day. And this is perfect for someone that's got a smaller lawn that doesn't want to rent an aerator or get any type of heavy equipment. Now in my other lawn renovation videos, I showed you how I combine weed control with aeration and overseeding. And that's still the best way and will give you the best results, but doing these simple steps in this video can really help improve a small lawn in a way that's affordable and easy to do. And that's just what I needed here. You can see that this section of my yard is a mess. I've got some good grass there, but that's mainly because it's underneath these trees and getting a fair amount of shade. But in the middle, this area is a wreck and it really needs to be renovated. For our first step, we've got to clean this entire mess up. Now that might sound like a ton of work, but we're going to make this so simple by using our lawnmower. Now you don't need any special kind of mower, but you do want to have one that's got a bag, because we're going to want to pick everything up, and that'll save you a ton of time. Before you start, you want to set your mower to cut at the lowest height possible. If you have problems mowing this low, you can always go up one setting, but try to start at the lowest setting. Now you can start mowing the entire area. Now this can kick up a lot of dust, so you might want to consider wearing a mask, and additionally the bag in the mower can fill up really quickly. Now as you're mowing this area, you might be thinking that I'm also mowing down the good grass, and that's okay because that grass will regrow. And you're doing it this way because mowing this area is fast, it's easy, and it gives you a nice surface when you're done to get us ready for our next step. And step 2 involves putting down brand new grass seed. Now I highly recommend this Jonathan Green Black Beauty Ultra. It's just a great all-around seed. You can get any brand of seed that you want, but get something good and don't buy grass seed at the dollar store. You're not going to get good results. And for a small lawn, there are many different ways to put down seed. Now this is the simplest. This is kind of the Johnny Appleseed method. You basically just put the grass seed in your hand, do an underhanded throw, and you can spread it around. But if you've got a little bit of a bigger space, this is another great option. It's a handheld rotary spreader. You just put the grass seed in, pick a setting, and you squeeze the trigger while you're spinning that little handle. And the grass seed comes shooting out, but the benefit here is it'll work for a little bit of a larger space. It puts it down a lot more evenly, and as you can see, these are really easy to use. You just walk back and forth while you're spinning the handle and everything gets spread out. But if you've still got a small lawn, but it's bigger than this, you might want to go with a better option, and that's to use one of these rotary spreaders. Now this is a pretty big one here, and you can certainly get a much cheaper model, especially for a smaller lawn. Using one of these is a lot easier than you might think. This bin in the middle is called the hopper, and you're going to put your grass seed into it. But before that, you need to adjust the settings on the spreader to match what's on your bag. Now once you've done that and you're loaded up, you just need to walk back and forth and try to spread the grass seed down evenly. With our grass seed down, now we just need it to grow, but if we left it like this, it wouldn't grow very well at all, because grass seed needs to be incorporated into the soil just a little bit, and we can do that job with our next step involving a rake. Now if this is the only rake you've got, you can go ahead and use it, but I highly recommend considering buying one of these. This rake is called the Groundskeeper 2. It costs about $35 and it is a miracle. It's got these spring-loaded tines that are very different than a regular rake. They're kind of sharp in the end, and as you can see when I rake, it's digging into the soil just a little bit. But here now I'm putting that seed into the soil at the same time. If you skip this step, you're not going to be happy with the results. But I didn't steer you wrong. By mowing this area short, you don't have a lot of resistance. So raking this back and forth is super easy. But because this rake has those thin tines, it makes it even easier. So you can rake an area like this in about a half an hour and you won't be destroyed when you're done. The finished area is looking great, and you've now completed the hardest part of this job. And to help our new grass grow, we want to put down a fertilizer, but this stuff's different. It's called a starter fertilizer. It's formulated so it won't burn your new grass and it'll help it grow. Now using it is easy. You just want to read the bag and match the settings on the bag to the back of your spreader. And just like the seed, you're going to go back and forth in your lawn to apply the fertilizer as evenly as possible. And a walk-behind spreader like this is going to be the best way to put down your fertilizer, but you can use the handheld rotary as well, or you could possibly put it down by hand, but I'd only recommend that for a very small area. Now our finished result might not look like much yet, but that's because we've got to water it to get things growing. And if you've got a really small lawn, you can go ahead and use a hand sprayer like this. It's tough to be even, and in my experience, most people that water by hand will not end up doing it each day. So a better option is to get some type of a sprinkler that you can connect to your hose. And I made a video showing how to make your own sprinkler, and the benefits are that it's very customizable, and you can actually adjust the pattern to spray exactly where you want. Another way to make watering a lot easier on you is to get one of these simple mechanical timers. You don't need a battery, and they just thread right in line with your hose. You just turn the dial to the amount of time that you want to water, and this thing will stop the flow of water once the time's up. This is really a time saver and can potentially save you a lot of water use. But no matter which method you use, you've got to remember to water and try to keep your seed moist all the time. Now for most people, that means you're going to water once in the morning and once later in the day. Now that brings us to my next tip, and that's around when to do all this. I recommend doing all of this in the early fall because you're going to get more rainfall, and with regular watering you'll start to see new grass seedlings growing in as little as 7 to 10 days. Now you need about 4 to 6 weeks for the grass to reach full height and basically be mature grass, and you can start to worry about mowing it. The other benefit of doing this in the fall is weeds. In the fall, you're not going to get things like crabgrass and other broadleaf weeds, things like dandelions, because they can't tolerate the cooler temperatures. Now this is going to be ideal for a smaller lawn or for somebody that just doesn't want to spend a lot of time, but they do want to have a better lawn in the end. And I have many other videos that cover things like weed control and doing a more enhanced lawn renovation. But in this video, I hope I gave you some great ideas, and if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already for more videos coming up.